Hello, Vicky.
Oh, hi. Hi. Yeah. I still have sick brain, so, you know.
Your brain's not very good to begin with.
Exactly. So sick brain just adds on to it. Yeah, no. The first day I went back to work, I actually did bring my wallet with me, but then yesterday I didn't bring my wallet at all. My wallet was still in my pants that I wore the first day that I went back. So I drove to work without my wallet, without my license and everything. We were looking for it today so that I could get Jaden some V-Bucks. And I was like, I don't know where my wallet is, but hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of. Shit, what are
two,
we?
two sisters, one brain.
That's right. Two sisters, one brain podcast. I told you, I'm still sick. Okay.
I'm Liz.
I'm Vicky. And the reason why we are late is because obviously, listen to me. I had the flu. I'm getting better, but I still sound like this. And I will probably sound like this for a while, which is why we are just going ahead and recording because stuff lingers with me, and we're not gonna, postpone everything for a year just because of me. Oh,
That's right.
so enjoy.
This episode was supposed to be recorded the day after Valentine's Day, which is why it's about love songs. But it's now February 21st, so and it won't probably be posted until, well, it's definitely not going to be posted today, so I don't know. Whenever I get it done. But
But we're still talking about love songs.
yes.
I picked out a few. You picked out a few.
Yeah.
Apparently, all the ones that I picked out, you don't know. Well, not all of them, but a few of them you don't know.
I really don't know them, and it would never cross my mind to be like, oh, this is a good love song. I should talk about it with somebody. Or I hate this love song. Let me talk about it with somebody. We all know there are plenty of songs I could talk about that I don't like.
Yeah,
But
so no,
all the songs I picked are songs that I like,
yeah, me
even
too.
if I have critiques about them.
Yeah, same. Yeah, my first one, I did Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, obviously from Titanic. The movie, you know, I the movie is whatever to me. I don't care about the movie. The song obviously goes with the movie, but the song itself I think is nice. I also think that it's kind of it could go like it could be a sad song or it could be a love song.
See,
So
I kind of went with all songs that I think are more actual love songs because I did think that about some of yours. I was like, I don't know if I would qualify that as like a love song, especially that In Vogue one. I was like, this is not what I would call a love song at all.
I think it is. I mean, it's saying don't let go. Anyway, we'll get to that one.
Yeah,
But
I know.
but people use the Celine Dion song as their wedding song, like My Heart Will Go On. And I'm just like to me, like I would never do that for one. I would never use this song as a wedding song.
Yeah,
But
I
people
don't
people
think it's a
do
good wedding
people
song.
do use weird songs as wedding songs.
Well,
Sorry. I
that's true.
know I'm not supposed to be swearing. But it's like I'm just like
You're
that.
gonna try so hard not to swear.
I know I am. I'm gonna try. But it's like because I'm trying to think of there's parts of the song where she talks this she's pretty much talking like she's gonna be without him or whatever, and it's like, is that really the kind of song that you want at your wedding? Like, I plan on spending the rest of my life with you. But if something does happen to you, I'm gonna be fine. My heart will go on without you. Like that's how I take it. And it's like, is that really the kind of song you want played at your wedding? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I do agree with that. That's definitely not a good wedding love song. It's more of a, yeah, like a getting over love or I'll always love you type of song. There's a lot of good love songs. Like I like love songs. Lots of love songs are really good. My first one was the Jessica Simpson, I Want to Love You Forever. I mean, it's a great ballad. She sang it when she was really young, but she just has an amazing voice, so it doesn't matter. Like, I think it's a really good song. But I do think it's a little funny. It's like, I want to love you forever, and this is all I'm asking of you, 10,000 lifetimes together. Is that so much for you to do? It's like, that is a hilarious line to think about. It's like, yeah, 10,000 lifetimes together is kind of a lot to ask of anybody, even if you were a vampire or, immortal in some way. It's like, that's a lot of lifetimes. You don't think you're going to change, or maybe you want to, I don't know. It sounds really fun. Of course, when I was reading all the love songs, I was thinking every love song is like really funny to think about if you're thinking about it from the perspective of the other person that it's being sang about, and they aren't interested. But of course, most love songs are meant to be sang to somebody that presumably loves you or cares about you in some way, I think. I mean, there are obviously songs about having feelings for somebody who doesn't have feelings for you, or you're not together with, or you used to be with, but whether that's a love song or not is kind of, I guess, up to your interpretation of what a love song is.
Yeah.
But I tried to stay more with just I love you type songs. Like, I think our life would be great. I want to love you forever. Everything's fabulous. Presumably she's singing to somebody who, you actually love. And I could see that as a wedding song.
Yeah.
I want to love you forever. 10,000 lifetimes. Is that so much for you to do? No, I love you forever. I mean, you're pledging your life to them. It's not like we're all going to have 10,000 lifetimes.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe we will and we just won't know it. Who knows?
True.
But yeah, I think it's a great song,
Yeah, I do like that song too.
And if we're going with wedding songs, that would be a really good one, I think. A ballad's a good wedding song, right? You want a ballad for a wedding song.
Yeah. I do. I know this wasn't one of our picks, and I did mention it to you, but I do like her and Nick singing Where You Are. I still think you should listen to that song, because that is a good song.
It's possible that I've heard it, like I've heard your other songs. It's just that it's not something that sticks in my head as like a big song that I know. Do you have any thoughts on I Want to Love You Forever?
I mean, I like it. I like the song. I sing along to it whenever I hear it. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I sing along to every song I know, even the ones I don't like. It's just the way I am. I like to sing. I like to sing the song. All right, what's your next song? What next song do you want to talk about?
I think the next one was the En Vogue song, Don't Let Go.
Yes. Yeah, that's the next one I have on my list.
I think it's a love song. I mean, maybe it's not. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, like I do think it's a love song. I wanted to look at the lyrics.
Okay. Oh, I can pop it. I can pop it up on screen. Hold on.
But yeah, like I mean, it's almost like they're talking to their best friend, and they want to be more than friends. So to me, that's almost like saying that I'm in love with you. Right now we're friends, but don't you want to be more?
I know it is definitely a song of yearning from their like the singer's perspective. But I don't know that I consider that a love song when the other party isn't, like when they're not together in some way. I don't know. That's just how my brain works as far as stuff goes. I understand that they want to be more than friends, but I don't know how the other person feels, and that makes it less of a love song to me. Whereas I feel like, well, one, my heart will go on. Well, that's also kind of not a love song because because it's talking about a past love. It's a song about love. That was a little more whatever because presumably you're singing to somebody who died. I mean, that's obviously in the movie, that's what's going on. But I don't know, if you were pitching that song to somebody, I don't think you would sing it to just a past love, like somebody you broke up with, because I don't know, that would be kind of weird to me. But I guess well, we'll get to that later.
I've always liked the song, and I don't know. To me, it felt like a love song,
Right.
and
And I do know the song, I just don't know it that well. Like, it would never have popped in my head as a love song, and it never would have popped in my head as a song to even think about talking about.
I think this is one of my favorite songs for them. This and oh my God, I can't even remember the title of the other one. But I know you probably don't know, but there's a couple of songs from them that I know and that I like. But that was one of my favorites.
I don't know In Vogue enough to have a favorite song from them. So I mean, that's not a band I think about ever. If I thought about 50 bands, they would not even be close. Like, it would never be there. I could probably even name 100 bands before I would even remember that In Vogue exists. And it's no offense to them, because I mean, the song's fine. I like this song, but it's not one that would be in my rotation. My next one is by Shania Twain. Which one is it? There are like two songs from the same album that are so similar. I forget which one I wanted to talk about. Okay, You're Still the One.
The other one, From This Moment On.
Yes. And are
Yeah.
they not like almost the same song? Like, I
Yeah.
can blend them in my head. The beats and everything are so similar. And I was like, because for a long time that was the only one I could think of. And I'm like, I don't think that's the one I wanted to talk about. But they are both very similar in their feel. But I like this song, the You're Still the One,
Mhm.
because, well, one, they've obviously been in a relationship, which qualifies it as the love song for me. But I like that they're talking about how strong stuff's still going. Like, I don't know, that's a really good message. And people didn't think they were going to make it, but they still are. It's like, things are hard in relationships. Not everything's easy. So it's nice to be like, yeah, we're still there. We're still going. And you're still the one I want.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it's a really sweet sentiment, and it's a really good love song.
I agree. Although between the two, I think I would rather choose, the other one.
From This Moment On.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think I like that one more.
Yeah, I don't know. That one was stuck in my head, but I was like, I don't think that's the one I really wanted to, I was really thinking of. But for whatever reason, this one's hard to come to my brain, even though I do like it so much. I like the message of it. Yeah, the other one, I mean, I don't know. It could be more popular overall. I really have no idea about Shania Twain's song rankings as far as fans go, or anybody, even the charts. No idea. And I'm not going to look it up. So if anyone else is curious, I guess they better look it up themselves. Since the other one is the one we're both thinking of first, I think this one might be an underrated classic, which is another good reason to think about it. Think about it when you're thinking of love songs.
Yeah, that one is a good wedding song. People do use that one.
This one or the other one? From this
No,
moment,
the one that
from
you
this
want.
moment on, or You're Still the One?
You're still the one.
Do
Actually,
you have like a wedding
I think
song
they use
list that
both,
you?
but no, I used to like have this thing that would pop up on Facebook, and it would like be just a bunch of wedding stuff. Like it would be wedding dresses, wedding venues, wedding songs, and it's just because I like looking at that stuff.
Okay.
And it's not like traditional stuff. Like it's like very unique. Like because it would be like black wedding dresses, and I mean because like that's the kind of stuff that I like. Because it's like if I were ever to get married, I wouldn't want like a white wedding type thing. I would want something very unique and out of the ordinary. And that's what I always say. It's like I think if I were to get married again, I would do like a black wedding. Because I mean, I just think it's gorgeous. Like I think a black wedding dress and everybody wearing black or wearing whatever they want really is like really gorgeous. And yeah, that would be my thing. Like all this stuff, as soon as you look at one thing on Facebook, 500 other things pop up because it's like, oh, you're interested in this? Sure, I could show you stuff like that. And, you know, so then other familiarities or whatever pop up.
I
Yeah.
don't really know because I'm not on Facebook, but I mean, I know how the internet works. It's wonderful. We all love it.
Yeah.
I love that corporations sell our data to each other and then pinpoint stuff to try and advertise to us. It's great. I know. We're so unprepared this time because we're about a week and a half late.
I know. It's my fault. I now blame me.
I do. 100% blame you.
So the other one is Together Forever by Rick Astley. And I mean, I'm pretty sure just about everybody knows Rick Astley, but they don't know this song. This is my favorite song from him. The song that most people know from him is What Take on Me. Is that the one that he sings?
Yes.
Or there is that?
No, Take on Me is
That's
not.
uh-huh.
No. Yeah, that's um
What does he sing?
Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah, Never Gonna Give You Up. That's the one that everybody knows.
I was like, yes, and then I was like, no, wait, no. You're wrong. Stop.
Yeah,
Stop. Take
yeah.
on Me is a good song. But it's a weird, like, the video is a kind of love song. Like a love movie. I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't know if the lyrics to that I would consider a love song.
I never
I don't
watched.
know.
That's funny.
You've never seen the video to Take on Me?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
it's so good.
But yeah, Together Forever. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, which is funny. Of
I
course,
mean,
the one of the reasons everyone knows Rick Astley's other song is because it was basically a meme back when memes were still kind of a new thing. I don't know if you ever got Rick rolled, but I did.
oh
So,
yeah, that was him, wasn't it?
yeah,
Rick Astley. Yeah, Rick
yep.
Rolled.
It was that song, not this one, not the one you want to talk about.
Yeah, funny. Oh, funny. I didn't even put that together.
Wow.
I did. Sixth grade. I didn't. I can't help it. But yeah, no, like that song didn't even like pop in my head because obviously I didn't even remember, the name of it.
I couldn't
Yeah,
remember the name of the song I wanted to talk about, so I don't know.
I just love this song. I don't know why. It's one of my favorites. I just love it so much.
I would definitely
Yeah,
consider this
it's
a
like a
love song.
fun, quirky song, to me anyway. Like together forever and ever, or whatever, however. Again, sixth
Yep,
grade.
it was basically like that. Together forever and never to part. Together forever, we two. And don't you know, I would move heaven and earth to be together forever with you.
Yeah.
It sounds like a poem, but I guess maybe
It
some
does.
songs would sound like that. If you just read the lyrics.
My last one though, I do have some criticism about, but
Ooh,
you go. Yeah.
again, there's a lot of love songs, and there were different things I was thinking about, but I picked songs I thought I could talk a little bit about. And it is just a little bit because I'm not a music connoisseur. I care more about lyric. I mean, I do like the beat. If something's got a good beat, then, that's helpful. But sometimes something has a great beat, and then I listen to the lyrics more, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this song. That's not necessarily what's going on with these songs. All right, so my next song is Hey There, Delilah by Plain White Tees, which definitely their number one popular thing. They had maybe one other song that kind of charted, but it was nowhere near the success of Hey There, Delilah. But I do like the song. It's very specific. Like, it's specifically got somebody's name in it. So, But I think it's also a funny song because I guess it was a singer, whoever wrote it, one of the members of the band wrote it about this girl, and they were never together. Like, they didn't date or anything. It was just like, oh, this girl showed up, and I think she's cool. Like, she was a mutual friend, and they did go to the Grammys together, but even that, it was like she was back together with her boyfriend by that time, and it was just like, yeah, this isn't a date. This is just, oh yeah, I'm going because you're going to the Grammys, and this song is about me. So it's definitely one of those songs that, again, the whole song sounds like a love song. When you think about it from her point of view, I haven't read any interviews specifically with her, but I could see this being like really creepy from her point of view. Like, you don't really know me. What are you talking about? Tonight I look so pretty. It's like, I hope you wrote that when we were like together the one time we were together. It's just, and he's like planning, what it's gonna be like in the future. And it's like, um, no, it's not gonna be like that because you're just a guy. You're just some guy I met once. And you're planning all this, and okay, what I do to you. It's what I do to you. So this is like the one song I have that I feel like is a little more on it's not really a love song, but it's kind of a love song. Like, it's definitely a I'm in love with you type song, but not necessarily from the girl's point of view, especially in real life. Although from what I understood, I don't know that he ever felt he was in love with her. Thought she was probably pretty hot and beautiful and was like, oh man. You know how it is when you see somebody and you have a crush, you just imagine what things could be like. And that's what this song is. It's like the ultimate crush song. This is all the fantasies you have about somebody. It's a sweet song. It's a melody. It's really nice. When you know about what their relationship's really like, it's a little more like, But if you just totally based on the lyrics of the song, I can totally picture a happy forever love between two people. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I I do know the song. I didn't really ever care for it that much. Like that wasn't really one of my favorite songs or anything, but I do know it.
Yeah, you're listening to En Vogue, and I'm listening to Plain White Tees. All right, Vicky, you're up.
My
Your
last one.
last songs that you have something to say about.
My last one. All right. It is from Savage Garden, and it's I Knew I Loved You Before I Met You. Wait, that's not what it's called. It's called I Knew I Loved You. That's how the song goes. I knew I loved you before I met you. And
I
every
think
time I hear the song, every time I hear it, I'm just like, why somebody would even write a lyric like that? It's like, I knew I loved you before I met you. It's like, how does that even work? Like, I don't, I don't understand that.
yeah, it is
I-
definitely one of those lyrics. It's the same thing I feel. I mean, I assume this is the same feeling I get when I hear some of the country songs that talk like are thanking God for making you for them. It's like I understand where the sentiment is. I do. It's just it does not appeal to me in that way. It's always like, ugh. So God gave me to you. There's literally a country song that is that. God gave me you. I don't know if that's the name of the song, but that is like the main lyric. And it's like, God gave me to you. Because, like, again, I do get where the sentiment is, but that would never appeal to me if somebody said that to me. I would be like, no, he didn't.
I know. It's like I do like Savage Garden. I like some of their songs. I do. I mean, I do like this song too. Like I sing along to it. I listen to it. But it's like whenever it comes on and I do listen to it, I'm just like, I don't understand like why they even wrote this song. It's just funny to me.
They had to have a nice love song.
I guess.
Everybody needs one love song,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, even Kiss has love songs.
Yeah, true. I was made for loving you. That's from Kiss. I like that song.
There you go. Yeah, I think Savage Gardens, God, they feel like such a 90s band. Like
Okay,
they
what?
hit in the 90s, and like as far as I know that was their only little window of success. It just doesn't feel like a band that could have made it any other time besides that small window in the 90s, like after grunge but before the teen pop really took off. There was like this alternative like 4 years where you just had different music, because like they sing really fast. You can barely understand half of the lyrics in like a lot of their songs.
Especially I
But
Want You.
yeah,
Cola.
yeah, exactly. It's like that's what I always picture. But I mean, I do like them. I do think, again, it's probably because that was the pop songs. Like I listen to pop music, so my songs that I pick from are mostly pop songs. Even though I picked Shania Twain. She's like a crossover artist. But I do think there are some really good country love songs, and I did think about a few of them, but I was like, no, I don't want to, be here for 3 hours talking about every love song and like turning down lyrics, like each lyric one at a time, which is how country music is for me. Like I have to, dissect the lyrics, because country songs about the lyrics, as far as I'm concerned. It's like they're more of a story thing than pop or rock or rap. Well, rap's a little bit story, but I feel like, country music's more about the lyrics, so I would break down the lyrics more when I talk about them, all their songs. But I do think there are some really good, I mean, every genre has good love songs, because love is one of those things that everybody loves. We all want love. We all have love in some way, so we want to sing about it and express it to the world. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this one. I do know this song, of course. It's good. Yeah, I knew I loved you before I met you. I do get it. Like, it is a weird thing to think about. Like, I think I dreamed you into life. Again, I totally get the sentiment, and it doesn't bother me as much as like what I was saying about the country songs that are like, God gave you to me. I mean, it is still definitely a weird thing to think about, and it does cross my mind a little bit, but not as much. Like, it doesn't irk that part of my brain quite as much as it does in the country songs. Yeah. But that might be because I'm just more critical of country music, because it's not really my favorite genre of music. I try to be fair, but I also know myself, so that's how it is. Like, I like pop more than I like country, so I might be more forgiving of pop songs than I am country songs. Sorry. My last one that, I decided is from James Arthur, which I would never be able to tell you that if I wasn't looking straight at it and had to look it up. But it's Say You Won't Let Go, which it's somewhat popular, but I don't know. There's something about that song that I just love. Like, as of, listening right now, like, my taste in music always change and things flow. I could say the same thing about a lot of things in my life. Like, usually I have a few things that's like, all right, top 2, and then maybe 3, and then everything else kind of ebbs and flows. This is one of the top love songs for me right now. Like, if it's on, I want to listen to it. And I love the whole thing. It's a whole story. And I just think it's so sweet. And again, it is a story. Like, it starts out talking about how they met, what it was like when he realized he was in love. I like to imagine the lyrics are also could be sang at a wedding. I could see this song at a wedding, but it would also be very specific. But I love a song that I can come up with a story for. And this is definitely a song like that. Like, I can picture people that this happened to, and this is their love. And it, again, talks about them later in life, which is nice. It's like, I'll take the kids to school, and you can stay in bed, I'll bring you breakfast in bed. It's like, that kind of stuff is nice. And it's like, even when we die, like, I want to be a ghost with you or something like that. It's like, That's sweet. It's like, I love you so much, I want to be together in the afterlife. I think that's a love song. That's somebody who's in love wrote
But it's
that.
till death do you part. Once you
What?
die. I said, but it's till death do you
It
part.
is.
Once you die, that's when you part.
I know it is when you're supposed to part, but they love you so much they don't, even that's not enough. It's like, I want to be with you. It's like the 10,000 lifetimes. You know, I love you so much. I want 10,000 lifetimes with you. Oh yeah, you didn't have any more, did you? That was we did this in such a bad order because I do have another thing that I wanted to talk about. To be fair, it was based on a, radio prompt. Like, which do you think is the better love song? I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston or Dolly Parton, whichever one you prefer, or I Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis.
I mean, Elvis is a classic. So,
Well, Dolly Parton's a classic.
and yeah,
I know, but when you think I Will Always Love You, you think Whitney Houston.
I do. I do. And I like both. I mean, honestly, I have both on my playlist. Like I have Elvis and I have Whitney. So it's hard to say.
But if it was a choice, you just had to choose which one's better. Which one's the better love song? Not just
I
song.
think I would choose Elvis.
Yeah,
I think I would choose
that's
Elvis.
the right choice. You did it, Vicky. And I'll tell you why I think that's the better love song. And then you can tell me why you would think that. But I think it's a better love song because of the same reason I've said some of your other songs aren't love songs, or like, My Heart Will Go On and Love, that Celine Dion song. Why we think it's not a love song, because it's talking about past love. That's what I Will Always Love You is too. It sounds like a breakup song. So for me, that's not a love song. Like a breakup, I understand it's I Will Always Love You, but it's also about moving on. Like, you're not going to be together. So, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You is just a better love song because that's about falling in love. So there's hope there for a future.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a better love song. But yeah, I agree. Both songs are really great, obviously. Classic.
I like his voice though. Like I like his version. Like other people sing it, but I think his version is the best. Like I wish other people wouldn't sing it and they just leave his version. Just let him have it. It's his song. His version's the best. Leave it alone. Let Elvis have that song because it's his song.
I don't know if I've ever heard anybody else sing that song,
Oh
but
God.
I'm sure there are people. There's plenty of people I haven't heard sing a lot of things, obviously, based on the songs you recommended. And I was like, I have to listen to this because I have no idea what this sounds like. And then I was like, oh, I do think I've heard this before, but yeah, I would not even think about this song ever again. Like, it sounds like a commercial song or something, like a song I've heard, but just like a certain part of some of the songs he recommended, especially that Rick Astley one. I was like, I don't know if I know this song.
I can't believe that. I like that song.
So, but when it got to like the chorus, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I do know this song because I've definitely heard this, but that's what it made me think of. It's like, have I just like heard it in a commercial or like a trailer or like, I don't know, something. It's not something I would be like, oh yeah, definitely. That's Rick Astley. And that's a great song. And everyone knows it.
I'm like that when I hear it. I'm like, oh yeah, I like that song.
It's like when I hear Jumper, I'm like, oh good, it's not Semi-Charmed Kind of Life. It's like they do have another song, you guys. You could play it. It was somewhat popular. So I'm always happy. I'm like, oh yeah, there we go.
Semi-Charmed Kind of Life is, something that everybody can live with though.
Yeah, I know. The lyrics are still very relevant today. I'm like, yeah, that's still what we're doing to cope. Just taking crystal meth until we break. That's still the way people are trying to yeah, exactly, have a semi-charmed kind of life. They're like, well, this is it, so maybe this will help. And they're like, yeah, it does for a little while, for like a second. Like, that is so addictive and bad for me. All right, that was my my stuff on love songs.
Yeah. I didn't have a whole lot. I think I only had a few. This was kind of a short episode. Actually, I guess not too short. It's still 40.
Well, there's still probably going to be a lot cut out.
Oh, that's good, Jeff. Ooh, gosh, sorry.
Poor Vicky.
I know. I took the medicine, so it's not that I'm bored. I'm just, the medicine's finally kicking in.
You are bored. You're bored with our love song talk. How dare you?
Probably going to get back on and play some more Stardew Valley.
Yep, that sounds like you.
What I've been doing all morning.
I saw you were on there. I did my taxes. It actually went very smooth, like compared to previous years where I'm stressed out and it takes me hours and hours to do. I was like, I had everything more organized and I had tallied up everything beforehand. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna and then it did it. It worked out. So I was like, hooray. Well, anyway, thanks to anybody who decided to watch or listen. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. All right.
I hope this was somewhat entertaining and not just a bunch of nonsense. And I hope people kind of know the songs.
You guys can let us know what songs you guys like. What your love song choices are too.
And again, these aren't my top favorite love songs besides the last one I talked about. It's just because I like a lot of love songs. Yeah. They were just ones I thought I could say a little bit about. Like I knew as soon as you had mentioned love songs, I was like, I want to talk about the Jessica Simpson lyric. the 10,000 lifetimes together, because then it's immediately followed by this is all I'm asking of you. Like, is that so much for you to do? Like, yeah, that's a lot for anybody to commit to. 10,000 lifetimes? That's a lot. We can barely picture 10,000 years, and you're talking lifetimes, which 10,000, a lifetime is like somebody's lifetime. So that's however many years the average lifetime is times 10,000. It's a lot of years. It's a lot of years to even think about, let alone lifetimes to think about. Again, I get it. It's sweet. Especially, I don't know if she wrote it. I have no idea if she wrote her own lyrics or if people wrote songs for her. I don't know. I still like the song, and I think it's a really good song, and she does a really good job.
Yeah, I like it too.
Well, I guess we're signing off. This is Liz.
This is Vicky.
That was Jaden.
And this is Jaden. This is my son Jaden. And thanks for listening to Two Sisters, One Brain podcast.
Yep.
Bye.